Yeah! It's your favorite Straw Hat Nico. A certain magical index will always have a special place in my heart. It's one of the few series I watched it religiously. I loved it so much I picked up the manga. That one has a light novel. Before I knew it, I grew up and forgot about the series, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could read more of it, but I don't know where to read it at. Or I wish I could watch more of it, but does it even have other seasons? And at the time, I had no idea about Funimation or Crunchyroll, so I said, you know what, I'll just keep it moving. It is what it is. And then recently I heard it's getting a season 3, and I got so hyped. I saw the trailer and I knew at that moment I was gonna watch the bad boy for the culture. What I like about this series is the fights and the slice of life vibe. Normally I don't really care about any anime about high school or high school kids, but with this series I can stand it. It's not that bad. And what I like about it, the main character is broken, but at the same time he pays a price for being broken. He has this ability called Imagine Breaker, so essentially it can negate any power from anyone else in the series, but it also negates good luck. So the main character Toma, he's the most unluckiest person to ever exist. He does get girls, but for some reason he doesn't claim any of them. It's funny, right? But I like it because in a way we know what's going on, but to everyone else, like, oh my goodness, Toma gets all these girls, but he doesn't do anything. What's wrong with him? He's in high school, so maybe he's just trying to live his life, understand who he is. Maybe, just maybe. Now, of course, you can't just easily get into season 3 of something if you remember what happened in season 1 and season 2. And keep in mind, this series has spin-offs, which I've seen a little bit of, but I haven't seen all of it. What I like about the first episode of season 3, it gave you a quick recap of everything that happened so far in this city. So let's say you want to start with season 3, you wouldn't miss too much, and you could still understand, oh, that's Toma, this is city, and this is how life works here. He's unlucky and he's trying his best to put a stop or at least do something about this giant war between science and magic, which to me is a pretty cool concept. Think about it. Science is trying to prove their side is right, and the best way to do things, use science to your advantage, even though they do crazy and cruel experiments. And magic is saying, yes, religion is the way, and the problem with religion, even though they're all on the same side, they don't all get along, which I found very interesting. So a lot of times it's just Toma fighting all these different factions. Toma's trying his best just to stop other bad guys trying to ruin his city and keep things moving. Yes, he does side with Index and her squad, but at the same time, danger is always around the corner, and that makes the show beautiful. It knows how to balance that delicate balance of action and slice of life, and has good sense of comedy in there, so it's a win-win-win in my book. I really do love the entire cast, and I can't say that for a lot of shows. Normally I have like one favorite character I stand, and the rest, they're just there to be there. But at least with this series, every single time an antic happens, every single time something stupid happens, I just can't help but bust out laughing. I'm not saying, oh, I didn't want that to happen. That's kind of stupid. What's going on? I'm just in there and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I also really love the openings. They're really catchy, and every time I hear I'm like, yes, bro. I'm not gonna skip. I'm gonna see this greatness to its fullest potential. So, what I like exactly about this series, it reminds me of how I want my anime to be. Anime is an experience. Why watch anime if it bores you? You watch anime to be entertained. You watch it because you love the medium. And when I see shows like a certain magical index, I'm reminded why I love this medium so much. It gave me hours upon hours of entertainment, things to talk about. It gave me great ideas for videos. Helped me meet some cool people, meet my best friends. I'm always gonna have a special connection with anime. No doubt about it. Yes, I do complain about the anime community here and there, but every single time I think about a certain magical index, it reminds me how my journey all began in the first place. It wasn't about the clout. It wasn't about knowing every last thing about the industry. It wasn't about learning every producer, every director, and everything under the sun. No, it was all about having fun, enjoying the moment, enjoying the ride. Yes, you can think about the complicated stuff, like the underlying theme, what each character is supposed to stand for, what you can take away from the show, and all this other stuff related to anime, animation, and everything connected to the industry. But personally, I just want to go back to those days where I could just simply watch the show, enjoy every bit of it, think about it as deeply as I want to, or research it, or just learn more about the show and have fun talking about anime, learning about new series, discovering my favorite voice actors, learning what inspired certain series, reading interviews about my favorite mangaka, seeing how everything came about to make my favorite shows. That's what keeps me going. And that's exactly why I'm happy I was reminded of the glorious show A Certain Magical Index actually existed. All I want is more series to be just like A Certain Magical Index. It doesn't matter where you start from, you can enjoy the ride at your own pace. And yes, even though sometimes it can get convoluted, or you're wondering why is it still going on, you don't worry about that. You're just trying to enjoy what's in front of you. This amazing show, that amazing character, that dope fight scene, etc, etc. So I want to know from you guys, if you've seen A Certain Magical Index, what do you think about it? Have you read the light novel? Have you touched the manga? How do you feel about this series as a whole? Is it greatness? Is it overrated? Do you think it's deserved the popularity it has? Or what exactly comes to mind when you think about it? I said my 2 cents. Thank you so much for watching and listening. So do your boy a favor, King Kong on the like button, subscribe to join my Straw Hat Fleet, share your favorite social medias, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord. If you want to back me financially, I got a Patreon. Even if you can't donate today, sharing links still helps tremendously. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I could really say so much more, but my crew needs me.